guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry if you can hear an awful noise. I don't know why my microphone is doing this. Honestly, I don't understand what it's doing. I can't use my other microphone at the minute either. I can't use my camera, so I'm using my phone, so the audio and the visual might not be the best. My ring light's about to fall. Let me try and fix this before it falls. Okay. Anyway, hi guys. I hope you're all doing well. Today I am going to talk you through some of my unpopular book opinions. So I have three books, which I think my opinions on are a little unpopular. I don't think it's what the majority of people think. So it'd be interesting to see if any of you have read it, what you thought of these books. Yeah, like I said, I only have three. So let's just get into it. The first one is If You Were With Me. If You Have Been With Me. This is, first of all, I love the cover of this book. It's one of my favourite book covers that I own. I think it's super pretty. And I just really like the book cover. I feel like it's very aesthetic. It's very cool. I like it a lot. Now this is by Laura Nolan. And I have damned a little bit. And it basically follows Autumn and Finn, who are childhood friends, and they live next door to each other. Their mums are best friends, and that's how they become friends, like through that. And it's boring. It's really boring. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. It reveals that he dies in the end, at the beginning of the book. And I don't understand why. If that line had been taken out, and I didn't know that it was sad from like reviews and stuff, it would have been a lot better. But it's kind of just like, there's a few things I don't like about this. Number one, it's boring. And that's because a lot of the chapters are just nothing chapters. Like they're kind of don't add anything. It's just like 2 pages of I went to the shop. It's name is Autumn. I went to the shop with my friend and we bought dresses. And that's the chapter, and it doesn't do anything. Like it has no purpose. So it's a bit boring. In some parts it's very slow. It's I hate, another spoiler, I don't hate the pregnancy trope as a whole. If it makes sense to the story, fine. What I dislike so much is they do it once without protection and bam, she's pregnant. I can't stand that, because why is that? I don't understand. I know in a lot of books, as soon as I read, oh yeah, we didn't use protection, or oh yeah, like it broke or whatever, she's gonna end up pregnant in the next like scene or two, and it just irritates me. Like why? Like at least make it a few times. I just think it's so, I know you can get pregnant from one time, I understand that, I have a biology degree, but I just think it's so unrealistic. I don't know, is it? I just hate it. Personally, I hate it. Yeah, a lot of people say, like, because the ending is very abrupt, and a lot of people say that, oh, it's because, like, they didn't have enough time, and, like, it's significant, like, you don't have enough time as the reader to process, so, whatever. I think that's bullshit. I think that she wanted to write a book where the boy dies, and that was, like, the aim, but I don't think it made any sense for the sounds stupid, but just wasn't a fan. I read it all. It took me a long time to read it. That's usually how I know if I don't like something or I'm finding it boring, is if I don't finish it, like, quick. Not quick, I'm not a very quick reader, but if it's taking me, like, weeks upon weeks upon weeks to finish, I don't like this book. But I will not DNF a book. I just will. So, yeah. Not a big fan of If You've Been With Me. Will I still read If She Had Known, or whatever it is that's coming out in February? Sure. But just be warned, it's boring. And it's not that emotional. Like, it just isn't. Maybe I wasn't attached to the characters as much as I should have been, but I just didn't find it as emotional as everybody else seems to. And I found it quite boring. Sorry. But yeah, that's book number 1. The second book is a very unpopular opinion, at least on my TikTok, and this is Icebreaker. I just said I don't DNF books. I have kind of DNF'd this. I have DNF'd this in the physical form. I got a Kindle for Christmas. My boyfriend got me a Kindle, and I find it easier to read on it. I do. I really was going back and forth with like physical and Kindle, like worried that I would go one way or the other, but I'm kind of just doing both. But I bought this. It's so stupid that the book that I have disliked the most in recent times, I have paid for twice, because I bought it in physical for £5 and then I paid £3.99 for it on Kindle. I'm still gonna read it. I haven't finished this, so it's kind of not fair for me to give a full review when I've not finished it. I'm like halfway through. But oh my god, is this boring? It's so boring. I don't know how so many people are giving this 5 stars and being like, it's so good. I feel like those people just like reading smut, and that is fine. If you are looking for a smutty book and you just want to read that, go for it. But it just, I don't mind reading smut as well. But I just feel like I don't care about, I just don't care about a lot of it. A lot of it is very unrealistic. I'm gonna say something mean. This was a Wattpad book, and you can tell. That's what it gives me. It gives... Stop falling down. I'm not gelling with it at all. If you don't know, this follows people are mad at me. The light is mad at me. Anastasia, Nate Hawkins, Anastasia, Kingsnorth, Anastasia, Alan, Kingsnorth. Oh, that's the YouTuber. Anastasia Allen and Nate Hawkins. Nate isn't too bad, to be fair. Nate is okay. She is so irritating. I'm sorry, I said it. She's so irritating. Like, I don't know what her problem is. It's like, in the book, she's like annoyed at him so much because they have to share they have to share an ice rink, and I just don't understand why. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why she's so annoyed. Anyway, she is, and I feel like I just don't really relate to her. I think that might be part of the problem. Also, spoiler, there's gonna be a lot of spoilers in this. I'm only halfway through, so I don't know all of it, but I know most of what happens in it. But she goes through it like an injury, and so does her figure skating partner. So Nate steps in. He's an ice hockey player, and he steps into figure skating. I think that is so stupid. I'm sorry. For context, my boyfriend plays ice hockey, his sister plays ice hockey, and his brother plays ice hockey. And maybe that's why I don't gel with ice hockey books, because it's not glamorous. They make it out like they're really brilliant or whatever. Like, it's kind of just cold when you play ice hockey, or go watch. I can't play, obviously. When you go watch, it's just kind of cold. I mean, it's fun and it's nice. If that light falls one more time. but maybe that's why I can't get behind them, because they make it out like a lot more hot than it is. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the hype. I don't get it. I feel like the smut in it is very obvious. I feel like it's boring, and I think I will take a year to read this book. I have been reading this book for 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. I finished. Actually, it's not ice hockey romances that I can't get behind, because when I got my Kindle on Christmas, I downloaded Same Time Next Year by Tessa Bailey, and that is a hockey-ish romance, and that was so good. It was a novella. It was only like 150 pages, and I read it in a day. Well, I read it in like a few hours because it was short, but I flew through that, so I knew it wasn't me not being like into reading or like getting into a slump. I just don't like it. Like, I just struggle to read it. I did read a few chapters last night on my Kindle, so I will finish it, but I just don't care about this book. She also gets pregnant in it, which we've just discussed I don't like. I just don't like it. But it's so popular. It is so popular. I think it's a very popular book to get you into books. Or like, I don't know why it keeps falling. It's a very popular book. It's a very good book to like start reading smutty stuff. I am a fan. Now, we are on to a book that I feel is overhated. And that is, well, it would be a Colleen Hoover book, because all of her books are overhated. Sorry to say it, but the internet is so fickle. People loved her, and then a few people were like, you read Colleen Hoover? And then people were like, no, yeah, I don't like her. People are just, make your own opinions. I understand not wanting to read Colleen Hoover books. I don't understand shaming people who do, and I don't understand superiority when it comes to reading or anything like that. I don't get it. Just formulate your own opinions. I like Colleen Hoover books. I don't like some Colleen Hoover books. I'm just kind of reading books, you know? I don't understand this whole like... Anyway, I know as soon as I see like a overhyped book video on TikTok, all her books are going to be in it. Anyway, this is All Your Perfects, and it is delightful. It is such a good book, and I'm sorry, it's overhated. I don't think this book in particular is as overhated as her other ones, but I do think this one gets overhated. Now, I feel like I'm not making any ASMR sounds. The reason that I think that book is good is because it's not just a regular, like, boy and girl meet, we see them falling in love, they have sex, it's great, the end. It's not like that. It follows, I read it a while ago, I forgot the names. It follows Quinn and Graham, and it's dual time. So you have then and now, so you get their love story in the then, and then you see their problems in the now. And I think that's lovely. I think it's a book that needed to be written. Truly. We get to sort of see their great love for each other like form, but then you switch to the now, and it's just not working. Spoiler alert. She's going through fertility issues, and he is unable to adopt a child because of a past conviction or like record that he's got, a criminal record. So, and she really wants to have a baby, and it's causing a massive strain in their relationship, in their marriage, and it's navigating through that. I think I resonated with the book a bit, because there's definitely been times in the past like decade of my relationship where you sort of, it's odd, it's like you don't know how to speak to each other, you know? And I think that portrays that really well, because from an outside point of view, you're thinking, just tell your husband what you're thinking. But when you're in that, it's not always that easy. And I think it does it really well. I think relationships where nothing goes wrong and everyone's perfect all the time. But every now and again, it's nice to read something that's real and something that's meaningful. And I think that this book was really good, and I don't understand why people don't like it. I think it's great, and I think that I might be generalizing. If you are younger and don't like it, it might be because you've not been in a relationship. Sorry. If you are older, like in your 20s, I think it's a nice book to read. I think if you're in your 20s, 30s, it's a good book. If you're in your teens, I don't think you're going to care as much about this. Then again, my cousin, she's only 15. She really liked it. She was the one who recommended it to me, so she's got mature taste. But I think it's great. It's not very long. It's like sub 300 pages, or maybe like just over 300 pages. 300 pages. I've tabbed a lot more than it looks like because I actually read my cousin's copy when I was at her house, and I haven't finished tabbing it, but I will. But yeah, that is the books that I wanted to talk to you about today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry if the microphone's bad and whatever. Sorry that the light kept falling. I'm just having a really traumatic time with technology for some reason. It's driving me insane. Hopefully next week everything will be better